So, good evening, good evening, good evening. We are back again. We are going to talk about Mohamed Elneny's outrageous claims that Arsenal are going for the Premier League title this season. I don't know what they are eating or drinking over at London Colney, but trust me, this guy is it's just laughable. It's laughable. Let's just put it that way. Before we get into talking about that, big up to everybody who did check out the last video. If you haven't, make sure you check it out after this one. That one sailed through 1,750 likes on the video. Make sure you do likewise on this. Smash the likes through the roof, people. And big up to everybody who's been dropping the donations in via the thanks option as well. If you want to do that, just hit thanks, write what you like, press send. It's as simple as that. And big up to everybody who's been sharing the content around as well. Appreciate it. Cheers, guys. Nice cup of tea on this wonderful Saturday evening. And the sun is slowly moving away, going down very slowly. And Mohamed Elneny, oh dear, he's had an absolute shocker. But he is a fan favourite. Sign him up, they were all crying last season. Sign him up, because he had a couple of good games in a row. So we obliged and we signed him up. He scored an absolute rocket yesterday. Probably found his level, really, because he ain't that great, is he? Oh, but you need squad players like that, Lee. You need squad players. No, we actually need proper players in the starting 11, so he don't have to play. That's pretty much how the top teams work. Yeah, but Lee, if you look at James Milner at Liverpool, and if you look at this player, and if you look at, we're looking at Arsenal, and Arsenal finished fourth loser last season, which is kind of mad, but to be expected under this current management setup of Vinay, Edu, and Mikel Arteta underneath the owners of Stan and Josh Kroenke. But it don't matter. When we've got super fans out here like little love-struck puppies looking at Edu like they want to marry him, it's kind of mad, admitting that he watches AFTV as well. So there you go. The hierarchy at Arsenal Football Club watched the channel. Is what it is, isn't it? But yes, all hail Edu. He is the greatest technical director in living history. If you can read the comments. Oh dear, literally, it was like two girls flirting with a hot guy in the club. It was embarrassing, but it is what it is. Listen, they're entitled to do what they like. I'm also entitled to just laugh at it because it is embarrassing. You stood there fronting the guy that's in charge of transfer dealings at Arsenal, and none of the questions were asked. But there we go. Is what it is. Edu, why did we get rid of 6 players in January and not replace any of them? Why did we shave off, 50, 60, 80 million, whatever it was, being reported off the wage bill, Edu, in January for a massive summer push? And so far, we've signed 2 nobodies from America, 1 nobody from Portugal, and 1 kid from Brazil. And then we've signed Jesus, who got off to a great start yesterday, to the point where people are trying to claim that he got a hat-trick. And he is the greatest striker in living history now. He is the star boy that we've been missing at Arsenal. He is the next Alexis Sanchez. I've seen some people say he can have the impact Alexis had on Arsenal. Really? Yeah, let me tell you something right now. He will never, and I like Jesus, he will never score anywhere near as many goals as Aubameyang did in a single season for Arsenal. How about that? If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I'm very rarely wrong on this football club. But Mohamed Elneny, leave in the comments. Let me know what you think. Will he ever outscore Aubameyang? Aubameyang, in his worst full season for Arsenal, I think bagged 14 goals, didn't he? Winning golden boots in his best. So will he ever win a golden boot? Leave that in the comment section. But anyway, Mohamed Elneny said after the 5-3 demolition job, yes, the second half revival against a Bundesliga farmer team. He said, I think we pushed really hard to be top 4 last season, but unlucky that we didn't make it. But this season, we go again. Yes, it doesn't matter about last season. We just go again. And we try to win the league. Try to do as much as we can to put Arsenal Football Club in the place they deserve. Is that negative? Like all you little muppets in the comments going, oh, you're negative for wanting to win trophies. Is Mohamed Elneny negative? He said that he wants Arsenal to go back to winning titles, which is where the club deserve to be. So is that negative? I don't know. You tell me, people. Is he negative for wanting to win the league? Funny, because Mikel Arteta said it the other week as well. Was he negative? I don't know. It seems it's fashionable now to just be a loser. and not want to win. He was then asked about Gabriel Jesus. He said he's a big player, an experienced player, and he's won the league with Manchester City. He has so many experiences in this league, and we're happy to have him. He works really hard in training. Well, I'd imagine that most footballers do, if I'm honest, especially when they're contracted to the football club to do that work. But there we go. And he shows how talented he is and how good he is. We're glad to have him. He then said they, Jesus in brackets, are experienced and they won the league. They know how to win leagues, and they're going to talk to us to tell us the experience of how they won the league. This is gold. Watch it, drink it in, people. Of course, we're going to learn from him, and it is really good for us. We have someone who's won the league. Notice how he keeps mentioning winning the league, winning the league, winning the league. It's negative. You can't, mate. You got to stop. You upset all these little snowflakes. He said, yeah, we have someone who's won the league, and we have him in the team now, and we have the experience and in training. We're going to learn from him. Just keeps repeating himself. Of course, we're going to push hard to go as far as we can. Well, now he's said that, I'm glad that he's actually said that we're going for the league title, because that means this manager, if everyone believes what Mohamed Elneny's saying, and knowing this fan base, they probably lap it up. They're probably all lapping it up. Yeah, we're going for a title charge this season. After we finished over 20 points, was it last season? I can't remember. I lost interest, to be honest with you. Let's have a little look at the Premier League table last season. We finished 24 points behind Manchester City. How are we claiming another 8 victories and they get 8 losses? But then we've got to hope that Liverpool mess up as well, and we finished 23 behind them. Yep. Not only that, both of these teams have strengthened. And I'm supposed to believe that with the current squad that we have, and just adding Gabriel Jesus, we are going on a title charge. Interesting. I don't know whether it's delusion. I don't know whether it's just PR. I don't know whether it's just his confidence. He thinks that we're good enough, which again goes back to delusion, because at the end of the day, he's right in a way that we should be up there competing for titles. But sadly for me, Mohamed Elneny, way too many fans within this fan base accept mediocrity. They pander to everything this football club does. They lap up everything. I mean, look at the celebrations after beating Nuremberg yesterday. Like, come on. Yeah, mad, isn't it? We could score 5 goals against them, but we couldn't score 1 against Newcastle. Yeah, we couldn't do that, no? Couldn't do that. Mad. Actually mad. We couldn't beat Brighton. Couldn't beat Southampton. Couldn't beat Crystal Palace. But let's all get giddy because Gabriel Jesus scored after 90 seconds. I remember Lacazette scoring on his debut, full debut, in the Premier League after 90 seconds against Leicester. We all know how that's just ended, don't we? I also remember Yaya Sanogo bagging 4 goals in an Emirates Cup game. I think it was the hat-trick goal. He tripped over on the celebration. Kind of summed up his Arsenal career, really, didn't it? But this is the problem. When you've got too many fans that just lap it all up, they get giddy about everything. They always set themselves up for a big fail. But Mohamed Elneny is he's right in a way. We should be going for the title. We're a massive football club. We smashed the stadium down to go and compete for the best trophies on the planet. And all we've done is inherit a load of cucaracha that just scurry across the ground, putting out all the PR all over their social media accounts. Cucaracha. Yeah, everywhere. They're everywhere. They've infiltrated this fan base so badly that the hierarchy, Edu, Mikel Arteta, Vinay, what does he even do? I'm still baffled as to what that guy's job role is at the company, by the way. The company, because it is a company. It's not a football club anymore. Might as well just call it the company. What does he do? What do they actually do? But now the problem we have is them people in particular that are milking millions of pounds, by the way, out of this football club for mediocre performances. Like I said, what does Edu do? What does Vinay do? Mikel Arteta talks a good game, dresses in Prada and Gucci. Oh, yes, he's got nice drip. This football club is full of drips. And unfortunately, until these drips raise their standards, we're never going to get this football club back to what we should be doing and what the whole idea of smashing Highbury down was, to compete for the best. And if I was in front of Edu yesterday, I would have been telling him that, trust me. Yeah, don't think I wouldn't have been saying something. I told Wenger exactly how I felt about him the twice I met him. Yeah, so if I was in front of Edu yesterday, I'd have been saying, how comes we got rid of 6 players in January, never replaced them? How comes we wiped off all the wage bill or half the wage bill in January? And so far, we've only signed Jesus, who was mates with Mikel Arteta. You've signed a Brazilian no one knows of, 2 Americans, one of them yesterday couldn't catch C19. Yeah, and we've signed a lad that's got a protective boot round him. Okay, so what have you actually done all summer then, mate? Oh, yeah, sorry, my bad. You posed in the photograph when his son signed for Watford. Of course you did. So, yeah, we've got a technical director that only signs Portuguese speakers. We've got a manager who talks a good game and dresses in Prada, but he's the best looking Spaniard we know, by the way. You know, nobody's better than Mikel Arteta. He's the best looking Spaniard we know. They even sing it. He's even got it in the stadium. He's the best looking Spaniard. We're on our way to Champions League. Well, we're not. According to Mohamed Elneny, we're on our way to the Premier League. So they're going to have to make a new song up now, or just change we're on our way to Premier League. We've got Super Mick Arteta. He knows exactly what we need. Raise the standards, people. Come on. Raise the standards. People sit there in my comment section going, oh, all you ever do is moan. You must have such a shit life. I've been recording for 11 minutes. That's my work for the day so far. You see me for 11, 12, 15, 20 minutes. I think I don't talk about Arsenal when I'm offline. Like, I get triggered and wound up and angry at the state of this football club because so many millions of people around the globe have lowered the standards by being complete and utter losers. Most of them jumped on the bandwagon because we were winning trophies. Most of them jumped on the bandwagon because we won a gold trophy. Is yours gold? Now, most of these people don't want to win anymore. It is an absolute disgrace how this football club has gone down in the gutter. And unfortunately, all the time, you've got people that are lapping it up. I mean, the protection Gabriel Jesus is going to get this season, even if he drops Aubameyang or Pepe-esque performances at times, doesn't matter. We've got Gabriel Jesus, Mikel Arteta's man. Can't say nothing against him. It's Mikel Arteta's man, mate. Yeah, well, Mikel Arteta, according to a lot of ex-footballers and a lot of these super fans and a lot of these top gooners, needed 4 windows to compete. This is his 6th or 7th. Is that right? Something like that. So Mohamed Elneny is saying we're going to be competing this season. I fully expect us to see us competing. I expect to be competing. If we're 5 to 10 points behind, sack him immediately because we're never going to catch that up with him. So then you sack him and you go and get someone else because all this big talk about, oh, he needs his striker to complete his team. Oh, we've got Jesus. It's the second coming of our 9. Oh, my God. Mohamed Elneny, he only scores rockets. Oh, yes, it's amazing. We're going to sign all of these players. No, we're not, because Lissandro's going to Man U by the looks of it to link up with his former boss. So who are we actually going to sign? Where's Saliba? Does anyone know where Saliba is? Does anyone know where he is? I don't know. Lucas Torreira, his agents come out and said that he's going to be going on the tour to America. Interesting, considering that he was shipped out the football club for a whole season on loan. Becky B wearing the armband yesterday. Why? What is going on at this football club? Why is he wearing the armband? The guy has openly said he don't want to be here. So I know we're going to play you. Yeah, and yeah, we're going to pay you your wages every week because he's now into the next year of his contract, which is the final year, I believe. In fact, I think Transfer Market will probably tell me that. Becky B. If I type in Becky B, it comes up. Becky B. Here we go. Yeah, his contract runs out next June. Transfer Market reckon he's worth 20 million euros. Not quite sure about that one. I'd change that if I was you to maybe 20 euros. Drop the mil. Drop the M's off of it. But yeah, he's still here. Maitland-Niles is still here. Torreira is still here. The scapegoat, Pepe, he's still here. What have we been doing? The season starts in less than 4 weeks. 27 days we would have, well, 27 days from now, we'll be kicking off exactly right now as I record this video. 27 days from now, we've still got all these players on the books and we've signed Gabriel Jesus. Mohamed Elneny is telling the world that we're going to go and try and win a title. Really, people are lapping this up, literally lapping it up. And when we don't go and win the title, which we won't under this manager, when we don't go and win the title, it'll be, Oh, but Man City did this money and Man City did that and Liverpool, and Man United and this and Chelsea and that and Tottenham. Meh. Always excuses, FC, innit? Yeah, Durex FC, protection level 100. Yeah, maybe double Durex. Yeah, maybe double wrapping and all of that. Do you know what I'm saying? It's mad. It's actually mad. The levels of delusion, the levels of protection, it's crazy. It is actually crazy. And it's a sorry state of affairs that we're sitting here with Mohamed Elneny coming out saying, why is he even here first and foremost? He shouldn't be at the football club because he ain't good enough. Yeah, he's a mid-table, at best, midfielder. Yeah, at best. Yeah, no disrespect to him. I don't dislike the guy. He's never done anything for me to dislike him. He just ain't good enough. Just ain't good enough. If we want to go and win the title, which is what he's saying we want to do, then most of this squad need to jog on. And it will be a jog because most of them are lazy little twats that just want the money. Cheers, guys. Maybe we could put that on. Maybe we could put the. We're going for the title. I'm surprised, actually. I'm surprised that they haven't put the song on a T-shirt and wheeled it out with righty. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. We're on our way to champion. Oh, Europa League. Or he's the best-looking Spaniard we know. Woohoo! Yes, wheel it out. Because we know that charging $5.99 yesterday to watch that game, when they don't need the money, Arsenal, because they got millions and millions and millions of pounds worth of money sat around just building interest, they had the audacity to charge the paying fan, which they claim they care about, the fans that buy all the merch, the fans that buy all the tickets, the fans that sit there and watch everything the football club does and give all the prop. They know that they can drop that and hundreds of thousands of people will spend $5.99 on it. And that, unfortunately, is why this football club is finito. And on that bombshell, I'm going to wrap this up. Let me know whether you think Arsenal can win the league this season. I don't know what has got into Mohamed Elneny's head, but it's great PR. It's great banter. It's fantastic, isn't it? And they know that hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people will buy into this. Oh, we're going for a title charge. See, it took 4 years. It took 4 years. It's embarrassing. We're not going to win the title. We're not going to finish in the top 4. And this manager, fingers crossed, will be sacked. And now we're coming out with title talk. I expect to see that guy sacked as soon as we're 5 to 10 points behind the leaders. So probably around mid-September. Anyway, on that bombshell, we're out of here, people. All have a wonderful evening. Make sure you do stick a like on the video. 1,750 likes minimum, please. Make sure you are sharing the content around. Always appreciate everyone that does that. Clip it up. Put it wherever you want. And big up to everybody who's been dropping the donations in via the thanks option. Just hit the link. It says thanks. It's next to the share button. You can type whatever you want and you can donate. It really, really, really upsets top gooners. So if you want to do that, feel free. We're out of here. Adios, amigos. Arteta out.